When someone hurts us, our first reaction is often to hold on to that pain. This is a very human response. We feel wronged. It can feel like a shield to protect us. Holding a grudge can feel like control, or like punishing the person who wronged us. Unforgiveness becomes a heavy weight. It may be subtle at first, but over time it pulls us down, affecting everything we do. Many people struggle to let go. Some think forgiving means saying it was okay. That's a misunderstanding. Forgiveness is not condoning the harm. It's not forgetting the pain. It's not requiring trust again. Forgiveness is a choice we make for ourselves, a decision to release anger and resentment, a way to reclaim our power and protect our future happiness, an act of self-care. Think of unforgiveness like a heavy backpack full of rocks. Each rock, a past hurt. Each rock, a resentment. Each rock, a moment of anger. We carry it everywhere. It makes climbing harder. It makes walking tiring. It keeps us from running toward joy. Holding on to anger and resentment is not just an emotional state. It has real, measurable effects on your physical body. When you constantly think about a past hurt, your body reacts as if it is under constant threat. This is known as the fight or flight response. Your brain tells your adrenal glands to release stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. These hormones help in short bursts, but when constantly present because of unforgiveness, they cause significant damage over time. Scientific studies show a link between unforgiveness and poor physical health. Researchers at Hope College found that people who held grudges had higher heart rates and higher blood pressure. When asked to think about the person who wronged them, their bodies immediately showed stress. Sustained high blood pressure, or hypertension, is a major risk factor for heart disease, heart attacks, and strokes. It forces your heart to work harder to pump blood, wearing it out over the long term. The emotional pain you hold is putting strain on your most vital organ. The immune system also suffers from chronic stress. High cortisol can suppress immune response, making you more likely to get sick. You might find yourself catching more colds, taking longer to recover from the flu, being more susceptible to infections. Furthermore, the physical toll extends to other areas. Chronic stress can cause persistent muscle tension, resulting in headaches, back pain, and neck pain. It can disrupt your sleep patterns, leading to fatigue and exhaustion that affects your daily life. It can also cause stomach problems like ulcers and irritable bowel syndrome. Just as unforgiveness harms the body, it wages a relentless war on the mind. When you hold on to a grudge, you are essentially choosing to relive a painful moment again and again. This cycle of negative thinking is called rumination. You replay the event, the words that were said, the feelings of betrayal. This mental loop keeps the negative emotions of anger, sadness, and bitterness alive and active. It is like having a wound and continuously picking at the scab, never allowing it to heal. This constant focus on negativity can prevent you from experiencing joy, peace, and happiness in your present life. This state of mental distress is a direct pathway to serious mental health challenges. Research has consistently linked unforgiveness to higher rates of depression and anxiety. When you are unable to let go of past hurts, you may start to feel hopeless, believing that you will never escape the pain. This can lead to the classic symptoms of depression, such as loss of interest, changes in appetite, and feelings of worthlessness. Anxiety can also grow. You may become more fearful and suspicious of others, making it difficult to form new, healthy relationships. Your emotional well-being is also deeply affected. Unforgiveness can act like a poison, slowly seeping into all areas of your emotional life. It can make you more irritable, cynical, and quick to anger in situations that have nothing to do with the original hurt. You might find yourself lashing out at loved ones or feeling a general sense of dissatisfaction with life. This bitterness can isolate you from others, as people may find it difficult to be around constant negativity. You end up pushing away the very support systems that could help you heal. Ultimately, holding on to unforgiveness robs you of your mental and emotional resources. The energy you spend on being angry is energy you cannot use for positive things like pursuing your goals, nurturing relationships, or simply enjoying a peaceful moment. The act of forgiving is not just a kind gesture. It is a powerful form of self-care with scientifically proven benefits for your health. When you make the conscious decision to let go of anger and resentment, your body responds almost immediately. The chronic stress response begins to quiet down. Your brain stops sending constant alarm signals, which allows your levels of the stress hormone cortisol to decrease. As this happens, your body can finally shift out of that exhausting fight-or-flight mode and into a state of rest and repair. This is where true healing, both physical and mental, can finally begin. One of the most significant benefits of forgiveness is improved cardiovascular health. As we have seen, holding a grudge can increase blood pressure. Conversely, the act of forgiving has been shown to lower it. Studies, including work from the Stanford Forgiveness Project, have demonstrated that individuals who practice forgiveness experience lower blood pressure and a reduced risk of heart disease. Your mental and emotional health also see remarkable improvements. Forgiveness breaks the cycle of rumination, that endless loop of negative thoughts. By releasing the grudge, you free up mental space. This allows you to focus on the present and look toward the future with more optimism. Research has shown that forgiveness is strongly linked to reduced symptoms of depression, anxiety, and post-traumatic stress. People who forgive report feeling happier, more hopeful, and more satisfied with their lives. They regain a sense of personal control, realizing they are no longer defined by the hurt they experienced. Beyond these specific health markers, forgiveness can lead to a better quality of life overall. It strengthens your immune system, helping you fight off illness more effectively. It can lead to better sleep as you are no longer kept awake by angry or resentful thoughts. It also improves your relationships. When you are not carrying the weight of past hurts, you are more open, trusting, and empathetic toward others. You become better at resolving conflicts and building strong, supportive connections. In every sense, forgiveness is an investment in your long-term health and happiness, a gift you give to yourself. Forgiveness is a journey, not a single event. It takes time and patience with yourself. The first step on this path is to simply acknowledge your pain. You must allow yourself to feel the anger, sadness, and hurt without judgment. Trying to ignore or suppress these feelings will only make them stronger. So take a moment to sit with your emotions. Say to yourself, I am hurt by what happened, and it is okay to feel this way. This validation is crucial. The second step is to make a conscious decision to forgive. This is not about feeling forgiving, it is about choosing to begin the process. You might not feel ready, and the anger might still be very strong. That is perfectly normal. Forgiveness starts with an intention. The third step is to reframe the story. Right now, you may see yourself as a victim in the story of what happened. To move forward, try to see the situation from a different, broader perspective. This does not mean excusing the other person's behavior. Instead, it means recognizing that their actions likely came from their own pain, fear, or ignorance. The final step is to find the gift in the experience. This can be the most challenging step, but it is also the most transformative. Ask yourself what you have learned from this painful situation. Perhaps you discovered your own strength and resilience. Maybe you learned to set better boundaries. Or perhaps it taught you the importance of compassion. In our journey toward healing, we often focus all our energy on forgiving the person who hurt us. But there is another person who frequently needs forgiveness just as much: ourselves. We often carry a heavy burden of self-blame and regret. We might be angry at ourselves for not seeing the warning signs, for being too trusting, or for not standing up for ourselves. To truly move on, we must learn to offer ourselves the same compassion and understanding that we are trying to extend to others. Self-forgiveness involves making a commitment to learn and grow from the experience. Instead of punishing yourself for the past, use it as a lesson for the future. As you walk the path of forgiveness, your thoughts can be your greatest ally or your biggest obstacle. The words you repeat to yourself have the power to shape your mindset and reinforce your commitment to healing. Affirmations are short, positive statements that you can use to gently guide your thoughts away from anger and toward peace. They are not magic spells, but they are powerful tools. When you repeat them regularly, they begin to retrain your brain, creating new, healthier patterns of thinking. To start, use affirmations that focus on releasing the past. I release the past and live fully in the present moment. I let go of my anger so that I can be at peace. Say these when you wake up in the morning, when you feel a wave of resentment, or before you go to sleep at night. Use affirmations that build your own sense of strength and well-being. I forgive for my own health and happiness. My peace is more important than this anger. These remind you of your why, shifting focus from the person who hurt you to your own needs. Finally, include affirmations that promote compassion both for yourself and for others. I choose to see the good in myself and others. I am learning and growing from all of my life experiences. These gentle, positive words, repeated over time, can slowly but surely change your inner world. They can help you replace the heavy weight of unforgiveness with the lightness of peace, one thought at a time.